Hello, good morning everyone. How are you? And I hope you're keeping on well. As I've been keeping in, it's another cold, chilly morning, and I'm on my way to work. And I hope you've been well. So much has happened, so much has been happening, and so much is still going to happen. As we're nearing the election, I think now it should be like 20 days there. So the political arena is really heated up. And like I think tonight we're having deputy president's debate. I believe so. There has been allegations that the Kenya Kwanza deputy president aspirant Rigathi Gachagua may not turn up. And if you follow the local politics, Hussein Mohammed, who is the spokesperson for the Kenya Kwanza Alliance, reiterated and said that the Media Council of Kenya is concerned with the biasness of the media houses, and he was alleging that 61% I think it's going to Azimio, One Kenya Alliance, and then the Media Council complained, and then there was a little bit of some changes. So he was alleging that the aspirants, who is the president aspirant for Kenya Kwanza, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and his counterpart, Dr. Rigathi Gachagua, may not, turn up for the debate. But I hope, I hope everything is resolved amicably, and they can turn up. We have the undecided voters. We have people who are not sure if they're going to vote or not. So maybe this is a very good chance for the aspirants to come and, sell their agenda, sell their ideas, sell their manifestos, and sell their dream to us as the electorate. And I also hope for the media houses not to be biased, not to get personal, not to be bitter, just to be professional journalism at its best. And I believe Trevor Ombija is going to be one of the moderators, so that one is a must watch. So guys, get on today, make sure you follow the local politics, the local, even if not into deep details, know your country, because all of us, you're patriotic Kenyans, and we want the best for this country. So, I mean, I think the politics is taking over a lot of our lives. And also we can remember, like last evening, the government also give us the good news for ordinary Kenyans, for the common mwananchi, for the Wanjiko, that now the maize flour will be retailing at 100 shillings, which is such a huge relief, from 230 shillings to 100 bob. And they're saying it's just for these for 1 month, so which is really good news for ordinary Kenyans who are struggling to put food on the table. So I believe also that is something that is going to help us, ordinary Kenya, without even getting into the politics of it. The subsidies that came at the right time, and hopefully it can be extended to other household goods that people use on a daily basis: wheat flour, rice, cooking oil, the fuel prices, because the fuel prices automatically will affect a country's overall expenditure in terms of the household goods. I'm not an expert, but I'm just giving my opinion as someone who loves her country. So I think this is very good news. This is very good news. We may not even care about who is going to capitalize and say, oh, they're doing it because the political season, or they're doing it to get mileage. We don't care. We ordinary Kenyans are happy, and hopefully it can be extended beyond the 1 month, because if the government can do it for the maize flour, we believe and we hope that they can do it for other household goods. So other than that, the weather is also very cold in Nairobi. So like, we're just doing a recap of how things have been going on. And the weather forecast, I think it's the Kenya Meteorological Department, had it said that the cold season is going to extend till August, and it's only going to get worse. So every morning before you leave the house, dress warm. Don't get lied to by the little amount of sunshine that you're getting. In your office, in your workplace, make sure you have something warm. Recently, I went somewhere to get my shoe shined, and this guy had just a really flimsy jacket, and we're having a talk with him. Like any other ordinary Kenyans, Kenyans, you're friendly, social, and fun-loving. And I'm like, yo, it's really cold. Why don't you have something warmer than this? And then he was like, I hope and I was hoping it was going to get hot, but it didn't. But then I told him, you know, you can always have a jacket where they put their polishes and their waxes. You can have a jacket there, like an ulala. I'm sure Kenyans know what an ulala is. Sometimes it's getting hot, sometimes cold. Dress warmly, and also at this time the numbers of COVID may rise, you know, because COVID really thrives on cold temperatures. So let's keep safe, put on our mask in public places, not because the government is ordering us to do so, but because, you know, you're protecting your loved one. And at now this time, everybody in Kenya knows of a household that has been affected by COVID. So we can't be so ignorant and carefree. But also at the same time, keep warm. You know, we need to drink lots of dawa, concoctions, and lots of fruits, lots of warm fluids, you know, tea, uji, coffee lovers, you know, whatever it is that keeps you warm, let's keep warm and let's fight the cold. And other than that, you know, let's take care of our jobs. Man, it's hard out there. People are really struggling, you know. So if you have a job, if you have a hustle, you know, grind it to the best of your capabilities, you know. Do the best that you can be, you know. Go beyond the usual length that is expected of you, not because you want to please anybody, but, you know, even the Bible is very clear, like you work like you're working for the Lord, you know. And for us to get the blessings uko mbele, we have to start from now, you know, being kind, being mindful. You know, it's like a mindful living. In everything you do, you're mindful. You know, how do I talk to this person? How would I expect them to talk back to me? You know, how do I talk to my bosses or to my colleagues in the workplaces or in my business? How do I handle my clients and my customers? So, you know, let's purpose to have a mindful living. Let's purpose to be intentional. Let's purpose, you know, to do things that are pleasing not only to other people but also to ourselves, because that one gives you satisfaction that, you know, you're doing something good. You're full of gratitude. Like even when you're praying to God, you know already you're doing good to fellow human beings. So, and other than that, let's keep the peace. Let's keep the peace. Let's keep the peace. Peace. Yani peace itawale hii nchi kabisa, you know. Tusikubali kugawanyishwa na ukabila, kugawanyishwa kwa misingi ya dini, you know, kwa misingi ya uchochezi tu, you know, wewe uko Kenya kwanza, mwingine kwa Azimio, One Kenya Alliance. It's never that serious, guys. This is the only time you're seeing the politicians coming to us. These guys, they have no time for us. This is the only time you're seeing them in their uniforms, in their colors, in their caravans, in their trucks, in the open markets, seeking our votes. Let's be wise with our votes. Let's maintain peace, because at the end of the day, these guys go to the Senate, to the National Assembly, to the county assemblies, to State House. They have no time for ordinary Kenyans, you know. Even if ni mtu wenu amechaguliwa, more often than not, we've seen politicians who have very poor relatives. So, you know, let's keep the peace. Let's keep the good neighborhood. Protect your loved ones, protect your neighbors. And we should have healthy politics, you know. Healthy politics, you know, healthy arguments, you know, healthy banters. Not something that is making you want to kill your neighbor, to kill your spouse, you know, and to fight for a politician's money. It's utter nonsense, you know. We should rise above that. We just go and vote on August. It's just a few days, as I said, as I was starting, it's around 20-21 days. We vote for these people, and we only hope to vote for patriotic people. Oh, and before I forgot also, we saw the Omanyala saga. Ooh, that was nasty, you know. And as the medias are reporting, the embassy cleared like 80-something number of people, most of which were side chicks. They were Bentens, you know, people who have no interest in representing our country, and they went to the US. So, and they knew in their hearts, if they put Ferdinand Omanyala and so many other runners, the embassy would automatically give them the visa. So in the second batch, that's where the name of Omanyala was put. And then there were those hitches, you know. But we have seen there are 32, I think there are 32. Yeah, there are 32 people who went to the US. And apparently they were paying 2 million. Apparently, it's alleged. They were paying 2 million. And I was listening to the radio this morning. And they're saying people are paying 2 million. Then once you're cleared to get your visa, you go to the US. Then it's up to you. If you feel you don't want to come back to Kenya, you know, you just hibernate within the community in the US, and then unaachwa, watu wakirudi unaachwa. So there's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of nepotism, there's a lot of unpatriotism in athletics Kenya. I mean, the jokes, man. This guy got to Oregon like 3 hours, I think, before the race, and he did his best. He ran, and I think he qualified for the semifinals. Then this guy also, you know, traveling almost like, let's say, rough estimate, like 14,000 kilometers away from home. You're jet lagged, you're tired, you've not had enough time to do your routine exercises and routine runs, and this guy lost. And I pity him. And, you know, he made out a statement like, oh, you know, I'm not the first Kenyans to lose. But they were officials. There should be a management put in place to make sure the top runners, and we've seen situations where runners in this country miss positions because side chicks and bentens have been given the priority to go to these countries. And it's a shame, fellow Kenyans. It's a shame, like, even up to now, we don't have a gold. Kenya is known for its prowess in athletics. It's such a shame that the level of corruption that has continued to seep through athletics Kenya and so many other ministries and so many other parastatals, like manze hatupendi nchi yetu. Even if you're a athletics Kenya official, why would you feel, okay, let's say the athletics official, they don't call the shots, maybe people in the Ministry of Sports, why would you feel so comfortable taking your side chicks and your bentens to the US at the expense of people who are representing this country, man? Why do we have people in Botswana, Uganda, fitting their athletes, man, treating them like the kings and the queens that they are, you know, with remunerations, with paying them handsomely? Man, we are failing our athletes. And so many other, you know, people who represent this nation, athletes. We saw in the Russia Olympics, manze, people went benchmarking to see how we can help Harambee Stars. We remember in 2016 Rio, our athletes were sleeping on the floors and in the slums, whereas members of parliament were partying with, you know, Brazilian beauty. So as much as you're going to vote, think twice. Don't vote for the party. Don't vote for someone who has been tainted with corruption or any allegation. You know, these guys are very good of, oh, kama niliiba sinipelekwe kotini. Man, we're not falling for that crap anymore. If you are the governor, if you've been alleged to have stolen 100 million, if you are the MCA and apparently you've stolen like 2 million from the, you know, kitty that is given to the councillors or the MCAs, man, we don't have time for you. You need to be voted out, fellow Kenyans. Vote for people who are patriotic. Vote for people who love this country. Vote for people who are willing to uplift the standards of ordinary Kenyans. Vote for people who can go to the county assembly, to the parliament, to the Senate, and really pass bills that are beneficial to ordinary Kenyans, man. Why would we have, out of 47, had like 23 counties, like a month, or even now we're still dealing with a registration that is appealing for people to send in donations for food. Why would we have like 23 counties that are facing starvation? Where is the government? Where are the ministers? And yet people are now busy going all around the country telling us how prosperous they're going to make Kenya be. If we cannot feed our own people, if we have kids who are going to school, not in Northeastern, not in Ukambani, and I'm not being tribal, please get this right, not in those areas that we know that they are arid naturally, like they're arid and semi-arid areas. We have people in Central Province. We have people in Central Kenya. In places like in Mount Kenya region, like Meru and Nyeri, people are facing starvation. Kids are going to school without eating. When did we get there? When did the rain start beating us? Ask yourself all those hard questions. And then when you get to the polling stations, manze, to the 6 people we are going to vote, take your time. From the president to the MCA, take your time. Know people sometimes, even if they are independent candidates, less popular candidates, enda kwa sera za mtu. Si wenye wanauza sura, tunataka mtu anatuuzia sera. I wish you all the best and may God bless you. I love you so much. My name is June Olive from the Therapy and Wellness Room.